Okay, it's time for me to explain something about adding assignments in Schoology so that you understand the difference between a few different things. Here's something that I need you to understand. Now, when you go to add an assignment in Schoology, you can go here, anywhere in your course, you can go add materials, and you could add a test or quiz, you could add an assessment, you could add a discussion forum, and any of those can be done and graded in Schoology. But those refer to items that the students actually perform in Schoology. If you are having a paper and pencil quiz or test, if you had a research project that they needed to do and that was done completely outside of Schoology, if you had a homework sheet that you were grading, whatever, you would use add assignment. You would not add a test or a quiz the way that looks, because those are things that actually happen in Schoology. Something that basically you want to have as a column in your gradebook, you just add this way. Now you can have an essay where you use Google Drive assignments or something to distribute a copy of the essay, but up here you're going to put like, whoops, I'm going to try to spell correctly, writing in front of the name of the essay, or test, okay? That's where that goes, and then you're going to choose the correct category, okay? The category relates to grading. This thing up here relates to what are the kids actually doing. Now, I'm not going to save this because I didn't make one, but there's a couple of other ways you can add an assignment. Like, let's say, for example, you're not in the grade setup, you're in the grade book, and you just want to click on a plus sign right here. Again, you can just add a grade column, but I really recommend you add it as an assignment. You can add a discussion or a test quiz, and those happen in Schoology. So most of the things you're going to add are going to be add assignment in this way. And then that's just going to add it to the top level of your course, though, so you may want to do it from a specific place in your course. Same fields and things to fill in here. Another item you might find helpful is if you are at the top level of your course, you're just looking at all the materials you have here. Over here you can see the upcoming things here. If you click on this calendar, as the teacher, it will let you add an assignment right here. I can go here and add an assignment. But again, it may not put it within your course where you want it. You may then need to move it into a specific folder. If you're just adding it at the top level of the course, that's fine. But it might not organize it to where you want it inside of your course. You're probably going to find that you like for your course to be organized into folders, whether that's a unit of study, whether that's chapters, whether that's specific weeks or blocks of time. And then all of those things will show up over here, but only up to a certain point. Like once I start having more things visible to the students, more things are going to show up here and push these other things down. It's important for you to understand that if your students are doing something paper and pencil, if they're doing something orally in class, then you're grading that. If they're giving a presentation, if they're sharing a video, all these different things, you're not going to put them in as necessarily a test quiz in Schoology. You're just going to put them in as add assignment. But I like to even further make sure I'm in the correct folder before I add an assignment, because I want it to be put where I intend for the students to find it when I'm ready for them to find it. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're adding assignments in Schoology. Now, one other question that I wanted to address that came up is, if something is an ungraded assignment, like this is a graded assignment, but let's say for category I have ungraded. I can tell you that then it will not factor into the math of computing your grade in the class at all. However, do be aware that in this little Infinite Campus section where you sync things after you've entered all these assignments that you've set up, if something is ungraded, it may come up with an error message here, okay? I don't know what the implications of that will be long term. I don't know if that confuses Infinite Campus at all, but we're going to learn together, and when I figure it out and find out more, I will let you know. Thank you for your support.